Now, every year, area school districts notify teachers who may lose their jobs in the next school year. It's usually because of budget uncertainty in Madison, and most teachers do end up being rehired. This year, however, some districts are already issuing layoff notices, and more than normal. Cameron Clark brings us tonight's balanced coverage.
This year, a lot more Manitowoc teachers got the first round of layoff notices.
We issued 27 layoff notices today.
That's nearly double the number from last year, when the district says the equivalent of just about 2 full-time positions were eventually cut.
I truly hope that we won't be laying off any employees. The problem is we are trying to predict staffing for next year, and we literally have no idea what our expenditures are going to be, nor our revenue.
With the state deadline to file preliminary notices at the end of the month and the final deadline 15 days later, the Wisconsin Association of School Boards is urging local officials to file notices for a worst-case scenario. And with all the uncertainty in Madison, that's exactly what many districts in our area are doing. In Shawano, 19 teachers will be notified and 16 in Bonduel. Both districts say they rarely file any notices. Sevastopol has a special school board meeting to discuss the issue Thursday night. Green Bay and Oshkosh both say they are still discussing the process. If Governor Walker's budget repair bill passes, it would reduce benefits and bargaining rights for teachers, but Walker says schools should not have to cut positions.
One thing I want to make abundantly clear today is those savings, the savings for local governments, will exceed the reductions in state aid that I will include in my budget presented to the members of the state legislature next week.
Some districts and unions have also agreed to a later layoff deadline, but if the governor's plan becomes law, there's uncertainty whether those local agreements would stand.
Some districts are interpreting it differently, that they have to make these notifications now. We're taking the position that no, that's not the case, that you have an agreement.
If collective bargaining goes away, the contract goes away, and therefore those agreements are actually null and void.
Other districts, including Appleton, have since come up with separate agreements to push back their deadline. Cameron Clark, Fox 11 News.
Now, the number of teachers retiring also affects the potential layoff numbers, and for some districts, the decision about the layoffs has to come before they are notified of the retirements.